Support comes from the Missouri Forest Products Association, honoring Arbor Day on April 26th, with an ongoing commitment to sustainable stewardship and conservation of Missouri's forests. ChooseWood.com.
Welcome to St. Louis on the Air. I'm Sarah Fensky. Happy Friday to you. Yesterday, the owners of St. Louis's new Major League Soccer franchise announced its new name and shared its new colors and logo. The colors are red and navy blue, and the name is St. Louis City SC. SC, of course, is for soccer club. But St. Louis City doesn't just mean St. Louis the municipality, as the team made clear in its introductory video yesterday.
This is our city. Our city stretches from Old North to South Grand. Our city is east of the river and west of 270. Our city is the heart of Midtown and historic downtowns. U-City and Town and Country, Belleville and Oakville. Our city is north, south, east, west, standing up for one another, the spirit of a new St. Louis. We are St. Louis City SC.
And joining me today to talk about the new St. Louis City SC is CEO Carolyn Betz. Carolyn, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
So the name City definitely got people talking yesterday. Were you surprised by some of the negativity that greeted it?
No, I think that we knew that there was going to be some people that may or may not agree with the name, but we were pretty confident after everything that we did that it was the appropriate name for the club. But, as you well know, you can't make everybody happy.
Yeah,
but I think the positive comments, far outweighed the negative ones.
Okay, so you did hear a lot of positive feedback. What do you think people were responding to who liked the name?
Well, I think people that understand traditional football, soccer, they get why we picked the name City. But I think people really liked the story that we are trying to tell behind it, and that is uniting the region. Whether, again, north, south, east, and west, we want to just make sure that everybody from all the communities can come together and rally around our team and support our club.
As you mentioned, this is a very traditional soccer name. In fact, there's 3 other soccer clubs in the MLS with city names. What's the history of this idea? You wouldn't see this in baseball, for example.
So, honestly, I'm still learning about how city became so international, popular internationally. But I've been told that unlike other sports, a lot of football clubs originate in smaller towns, and so that's how they would identify themselves, was because if they were in a certain place, city was that's how they were identified, and not necessarily in the large popular towns, like the Detroits and the St. Louis's, for instance, but maybe more rural areas.
Yeah, that does make some sense. And this is this very popular soccer name. And yet in St. Louis, we've got this sort of unique city-county divide that can sometimes be intense. It felt like you might be trying to head off that interpretation a little bit with your video. Did you anticipate that St. Louis might go for this very literal meaning of city that might not be the case in other places?
We did. And so that's why we wanted to make sure that our story was really about bringing people from all communities. And so in some of the messaging we talk about, we're just trying to expand the definition of city in St. Louis. And so part of this is we want people from, all over to come and rally around our club and, support our district and enjoy everything that we're building in downtown West. And so we want to make sure that while we, embrace our heritage, we have to look forward and we have to expand how people are looking at the entire region of St. Louis.
I understand you got more than 6,000 submissions for names. Did you actually consider every one of these 6,000?
Well, we did. And what we found was that there were certain words that were sort of rising to the top. And so city was by far the most popular one.
So that even beat out T-Ravs, huh?
It did. It did, unfortunately, beat out T-Rav.
I know there's some people really disappointed about that. I hope they're going to be able to live with this. You also debuted the logo yesterday, and there was some debate about whether this was a crest on the rivers or if this is depicting the highway. What is the idea behind this logo?
So we really wanted to make sure that we included some depiction of the arch, because honestly, that's what we're known for nationally. That's what, this region's known for internationally. Mm-hmm. And then certainly the 2 rivers, Missouri and the Mississippi, because, after all, that is sort of the city's dynamic nature.
Mm-hmm. Now, are we going to get a mascot to go along with this logo? There's obviously not a cute, cuddly arch or anything like that. Are we also going to get a laser snake or a bear or something like that?
Well, it's funny. It's a great question. And actually what we're really going to try to do is we want to bring back the fans and engage the fans, because we feel like, the mascot, the nicknames, rituals, traditions, so on and so forth really need to be organically grown. And we need the fans to really kind of tell us what they want. But as far as, what do we as an ownership group have any thought on any of that? No, not yet.
So the fans could make this happen. If they begin to gin up something and it takes off, you guys would be watching that and listening for that.
Absolutely. And we would encourage it, quite frankly, because we really do want the fans to participate and have say in what they feel would best represent our club.
So there's a great opportunity there. If people are feeling sad about one of these rejected names, there may still be a way to sneak it in, it sounds like, is what you're saying.
Potentially, sure.
So bigger picture, the coronavirus pushed back the new team's beginning play until 2023. Was that a disappointment for you, or does that give you some much needed breathing room with everything that has to be done to get a new team going?
Well, I think at first it was a little disappointing. A year ago, we were really looking forward to that first match being in 2022. But, when you really think about it, it was truly a blessing in disguise. And it's allowed us to kind of, refocus, reprioritize, and really put time and energy and thought into what we want to do, as opposed to trying to, do everything to hit that deadline. So it's given us a lot of opportunities to reach out to our corporate sponsors and really kind of develop those relationships. It'll give us an extra year to really kind of figure out how we want to build our academy, look for our players, put our team together. Our stadium will be done in 2022, so we have some time to break that in as well and make sure that when we have that first match in 2023, it's an epic first match.
So now that you've done this rollout, to get from this point of us knowing the name to get to that epic first match, what is next on your agenda?
So I think we really have to start with, we probably need to hire a chief sporting officer and really start thinking about how we're going to put the sporting side together, what the vision is, and sort of how we're going to incorporate that into the St. Louis community. And next, we have to kind of, really re-engage again in a deeper level with the corporate sponsors. It'd be great to have, here's our stadium, here's our kit. So we have our work cut out there. And then finally, we want to roll out our ticket deposits. We're ready to start selling some tickets. So that should be coming in the next, hopefully, couple weeks, actually.
Oh, wow. So there's going to be another big rollout here for fans who are excited about this team.
Hopefully.
Well, we will look forward to that. And Carolyn Betz, I want to thank you so much for joining us today.
Okay, thank you.
And Carolyn, again, is the CEO of the new St. Louis City SC, team we're all going to be rooting for. This is St. Louis on the Air on St. Louis Public Radio. That's 90.7 KWMU.
Support comes from the Missouri Forest Products Association, honoring Arbor Day on April 26th with an ongoing commitment to sustainable stewardship and conservation of Missouri's forests. ChooseWood.com.